failed as a real estate agent, just like the 90% of realtors who get licensed and are out of the business within 2 years. And I want to give you the 5 reasons why I feel that I failed as a real estate agent, and I could have had a lot more success if I made these minor adjustments. Let's get into it. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having an amazing day. If you don't know who I am, my name is Aram. I'm a real estate agent, investor, content creator, whatever you want to call it, here in the Chicagoland area. And this video is titled, Why I Failed as a Real Estate Agent. And you're probably wondering, what are you talking about? We've been following you for a while. I'm new, but it seems like you're doing okay. I am now. But for the first 4 years of my career, I was an utter failure. Okay, we're not talking about, hey, he's okay, he's average. No, failure. All right. And I wanted to sit down a couple days ago and analyze, why did it take me 4 long, excruciating years of being a realtor, Uber driver, just to get to year 5, click, boom, take off, multiple 6-figure years, life is good, own 14 units. All that happened in the last 2 years. But what happened the first 4? What adjustments were made? What mistakes were made? And at least on a personal level that you can learn from and hopefully never ever make, because these are detrimental. And I've made a video about why real estate agents fail. I'll put it up here. And this video is not that. This video is specifically why I failed. If you want to know why most people fail, it's that one right here. But if you want to know what errors I made in my career, that took me 4 years to basically figure out and then adjust and go from there. And with that said, let's get down to it. Here are the 5 reasons why I failed as a realtor. The last one is the biggest one, which is why I saved it for last, so you could watch longer. All right. Number 1, lack of business knowledge. Very simple. I approached a real estate agent as an independent contractor, where I should have done, and I was given this advice, but I don't know if I was too stubborn, too stupid, or just didn't understand what they're talking about. I didn't approach it like a business. I didn't look at it as, okay, profit and loss. Here's how much money I'm investing in my business. Here's how much money I should get back, right? I didn't have that mindset. I didn't sit there and say, okay, what's the game plan? What's our business model? Well, who are we going after? What are we doing to get business? Yada, 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 right? What are we building for? I was just looking to get that sale. That was me as a new real estate agent. I just wanted that sale. I wasn't building a business. Does that make sense? You gotta really shift your focus into building a business, because that's what's gonna pay you in year 5, 6, 7, 8 with minimum effort if you put the groundwork in the beginning. All right. What it's also gonna do is increase your capacity and ability to do so much more and make so much more. So the lack of business knowledge held me back for a long time. Not understanding how financing works, not understanding how credit cards work, not understanding how to get, access to more money so that I could pump it into marketing. That way, by the time they come back asking for their money, I got the commission to pay for it, right? All these is not how I was thinking. Great example. Just earlier today, I was talking to one of my agents here in the office, and they were like, hey, I can give you 20 grand at an 11% interest rate. I'm like, you're sitting on 20 grand? Why? You should be investing that $20,000, all of it, into marketing. Because think of it this way, like a business. If I pump $20,000 into marketing, can I make minimum $25,000? If you can, that's a 25% return on your money, right? Now, realistically speaking, if you pump $20,000 into marketing, which to this day, I still haven't spent more than like 2 grand on marketing. Imagine if I spent 20 grand, right? How much business can you get? How many eyeballs can you get, right? How much attention can you get and awareness, all that for $20,000, right? And if you have $5,000, again, different approach, right? And one more thing on lack of business knowledge. I mentioned I didn't understand how financing worked, funding, raising money, getting access to more money. I didn't understand this. So one mistake I wish I could take back, and I just learned this 3 weeks ago, is when you're starting a brand new business, the SBA offers you what's called a microloan, where you can get access to $10,000 to $50,000, depending on how much you make at your current W-2 job before you quit, right? You can get access to $10,000 to $50,000, which can be your seed capital to launch your real estate business. Now, our business is so unique that we don't have any overhead. You pay your monthly dues as a realtor, right, into your office, and that's it. The rest you pay when you get a check. It's fantastic. So if I could have access to even $20,000 when I got started, right? If you make like, let's say you have a job, you're making 40 to 80 grand a year, you could probably qualify for at least $15,000 over the course of 7 years. The payment's almost nothing, but you get 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand up front. That's some clever things you could do to, kick your business off strong. So I didn't understand that, and it's a mistake I made. But I'll talk about that in more detail later on. A quick interruption to remind you all to please go in the description and join the Patreon. It's the best deal on the internet, for God's sake. For $10 a month, you get to get on 4 calls with me every week, 10 a.m. Central on Thursdays. I'm on a Zoom call with anybody who wants to go. The link's in the Patreon. You join, ask me anything you want, or just listen, whatever. For $10 a month, you can't go wrong. But if you need more one-on-one time, that privacy, there's also a coaching call link. Make sure you sign up for that. Now, back to the reasons why I failed. Moving on. Number 2. This is something I struggle with and many other agents out there struggle with, and that's no follow-through or consistency. Here's how the first 4 years of my career went. Crazy work ethic, crazy consistency up front, right? But there was no follow through on that consistency, right? I would call for 3 hours a day, but I would mess up the follow-up calls, right? I wouldn't call you every 3 weeks like I should. I'd call you once or twice and then never call back again, right? So there was just that lack of like, let's push. And then on the consistency side, personally for me, I was building a business in a way that I couldn't stand. So the moment I had enough cash where I felt comfortable and I didn't have to cold call, I would stop cold calling. Business would die. I'd have to get back driving Uber, get back cold calling, build up some momentum, or generate business somehow, quit Ubering. The cycle continued literally until year 4. I think towards the end of year 4, middle of year 4, I finally said, the hell with this. We're gonna figure it out, right? So lack of consistency and follow through. And as human beings, I think we all have this problem. Me, to this day, I have that problem, which is why I must have a videographer to keep me consistent, because if I'm paying him, I better be cranking out these videos. Number 3, this is a big business mistake. I charge too much, right? As a business owner, you gotta understand your value in the marketplace. If you're a brand new real estate agent with no experience, what value do you bring to a seller or a buyer? The answer is none. Your time is all you bring, right? Your time and enthusiasm. So you can't charge a premium for your time and enthusiasm when your time isn't worth anything. That's the mistake I made. I charged a premium for my expertise because, I'm such a hardworking individual. But then the seller's sitting across the table saying, okay, why would I pay you 6%? When the agent with 10 years of experience, yeah, he's got a little bit less energy, he's charging me a whole percent less. Duh. I'm not asking lower your commission to where you're not making any money. No, that's stupid, right? I'm saying understand what your market charges, what the average rates are. If you got to go half a point down, go half a point down. Because the point of the first 2 years is to build a database, a book of business for you to get referrals from for the rest of your career. So volume should be your priority, not quality. And obviously do the calculation, figure, all right, if I'm going to charge, say, 4.5%, is the work, going to be worth it? Or is my time better served finding a client willing to pay 5 for this amount of work, right? So these are some conversations you need to have with yourself. Again, if you're approaching it like a business, you will, but if you're approaching it as like an independent contractor, you won't. Number 4, this one hurts to this day. I didn't play to my strengths, which means I leaned into my weaknesses, which is cold calling. Why? Why? Obviously, you guys could tell I got a lot of energy. All right, I could talk to anybody, anytime, anywhere, as long as it's in person. You get me on the phone, I'm bored out of my mind. I don't like doing it, right? I like to be creative. I like to be artistic. I like to be funny, entertaining. All that down the drain because I want to cold call an expired listing or for sale by owner. Why? It doesn't make sense. Why did I do it? I don't know. It's a mistake. What can you do? It's the one I would say. That and the next point I'm about to share with you is the reasons why it took 4 years. Even if I didn't understand business, I didn't follow through, I charged too much. I was doing so much work, right? That if I just leaned into my strengths, I would have been more consistent, right? I would have followed through more because I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I would have learned business much quicker because I was making more money much quicker. And I would have quickly realized, hey, why am I charging so much, right? So if I lean into my strength, which is, creating content, attracting versus, chasing, I think I would have been a lot further ahead in my first year, second year, third year. Definitely wouldn't take 4 years to figure it all out. And finally, number 5, this was advice that was given to me as a new agent, time and time again, like basically drilled into my head. And I said, the hell with that advice. I don't need it. It's stupid advice. What was the advice? Don't neglect your sphere. I said, my sphere is getting neglected. Simple as that. I did not call anybody. I didn't want to hang out with anybody. I completely shut it down. All right, I went straight towards cold calling. Again, my weaknesses. I'm a social butterfly, and I put myself in a cocoon. That was actually kind of, that was good. Anyhow, so that's what I did. Right? I completely neglected my sphere. And around year 3 is when I started to like introduce, like, hey, I start going out, hanging out with more people. Year 4 did it even more, and I realized, wow, a lot of my business is actually coming naturally, organically through the people who know me. Year 5, I double, triple, quadrupled down on creating content, all right? And in my sphere, networking, meeting new people, going out to lunches, having breakfast, going smoking cigars, doing things that I'm passionate about. And before you know it, we go from making, I don't even remember the number, year 4, probably like 50,000 to 140. That's a crazy jump. Not a jump you do when you have a job. That's a jump you can only do when you have a business, right? And then now it's year 6, and I'll end year 6 with around $200,000 in income. It's insane. I made more this year than my first 4 years combined. That's how embarrassing it is, right? But it didn't have to take this long. If I just didn't make the mistakes I just shared with you, we would have been much further along. Maybe I could have hired Jorge sooner, and he could have been further along, right? And we could have been, sending him $1 million contracts. Instead, I'm sending him X amount because none of your business what I pay him. That being said, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you like videos like this, because, it humbles me every now and then. Be like, yo, remember, you might be doing good now, but you were an idiot for a long period of time. So I don't mind making these videos. So if you want to see more of these, let me know. If you want to see more investment stuff, let me know. And of course, please don't forget to join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's 1 hour a week, every Thursday, 10 a.m. Central, every week. You get access to me, Zoom call, come in, ask any questions you want, or just listen. You ain't got to do nothing. It's $10 a month. Right? You should sign up for the hell of it. Support the channel. I enjoy this. And of course, like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one.